Imagine waking up tomorrow to find that the money in your wallet, the savings in your bank account, the very currency you use to buy your morning coffee, has been fundamentally transformed overnight. This isn't a scene from a science fiction movie. This is the precise, tangible reality that the nation of Iraq is staring down right now. The Central Bank of Iraq has just been given the official, unequivocal green light, and the ramifications of this decision are so profound, they threaten to rewrite the entire economic rulebook for the nation and send shockwaves across the global financial landscape. What you are about to witness is not merely an update or a policy shift. It is a digital Big Bang, a complete systemic overhaul that will touch every single citizen, every business, every transaction, and every future investment in the country. The gates have been swung open, and the digital dinar is now charging through. For years, the concept of a central bank digital currency, a CBDC, has been a topic of hushed conversations in financial circles and fervent speculation within the dinar community. It was always a someday idea, a distant horizon that we were moving towards but never quite reaching. That someday is now today. The official approvals have been stamped, the government signals are not just positive but emphatically urgent, and the entire machinery of the state is being aligned to facilitate this monumental leap. This green light isn't just permission, it's a mandate for velocity. It means the theoretical frameworks, the whiteboard diagrams, and the pilot project proposals are being shoved aside to make way for a full-throttle, national implementation strategy. The core team at the central bank is now operating with a renewed sense of purpose and, crucially, the full political and legal backing they need to make the difficult decisions that lie ahead. Think about what it takes to move an entire economy from a heavily cash-dependent system into the digital age. The logistical challenges alone are staggering. But this move is being driven by a necessity that far outweighs the complexity. The current financial system in Iraq, with its reliance on physical cash, has been plagued by immense challenges, from corruption and illicit fund flows to a staggering lack of financial inclusion for millions of citizens. The digital dinar is the surgical tool designed to cut out these cancers. It represents transparency in a system that has often been opaque. It represents control for a central bank that has, at times, struggled to exert its monetary policy effectively across the entire economy. When every dinar exists as a traceable, programmable line of code on a secure digital ledger, the entire notion of money laundering, off-the-books transactions, and the shadow economy undergoes a radical, forced evolution. This is about building a financial system that is fit for the 21st century, but more importantly, it's about reclaiming national sovereignty over the Iraqi currency. For the international community and for investors watching from the sidelines, this is the single most important development in the modern history of the Iraqi dinar. It is a louder statement of intent than any foreign reserve adjustment or any interest rate change could ever be. It is the Central Bank of Iraq declaring, in no uncertain terms, that it is ready to join the vanguard of global financial innovation. The green light signals a commitment to stability, to modernization, and to integrating the Iraqi economy with the digital frameworks that are rapidly becoming the global standard. The old way of doing things is being systematically dismantled, and in its place, a new digital-first financial infrastructure is being born. This isn't just news, it's the prologue to a new chapter in Iraq's economic story. The groundwork has been laid, the political hurdles have been cleared, and the starting pistol has been fired. The digital shock is no longer coming. It has arrived, and its first tremors are being felt right now in the halls of power in Baghdad, and soon they will be felt in every shop, every market, and every home across the nation. So, what does this digital transformation actually mean for the future of the Iraqi dinar in your pocket? Let's move beyond the headlines and the official announcements and delve into the concrete, real-world implications that will define the value, utility, and global standing of the currency. The primary and most immediate impact of the digital dinar will be the creation of a unified, singular monetary platform that the central bank can monitor and influence with surgical precision. In the current system, physical cash circulates in a way that is often invisible to the regulators. Billions of dinars can move outside the formal banking system, creating a parallel economy that distorts the true picture of the nation's financial health. The digital dinar obliterates this invisibility. Every transaction, from the purchase of a car to the payment of a salary, can be recorded on a secure, permissioned ledger. This gives the central bank an unprecedented real-time view of the money supply and the velocity of money, how quickly it is being spent and circulated. With this God's-eye view, the CBI can implement monetary policy not with blunt instruments that affect everyone equally, but with targeted, intelligent interventions. They can stimulate specific sectors of the economy by making digital credit more accessible or cool down inflationary pressures by adjusting the parameters of the digital currency with a speed that was previously unimaginable. This level of control is the holy grail of central banking, and Iraq is now positioned to seize it. For the average Iraqi citizen, the change will be most felt in the realms of convenience, security, and inclusion. Imagine being able to send money to a family member in a different province instantly, without any bank fees or the risks associated with carrying physical cash. Imagine a small business owner being able to receive payments directly into their digital wallet, allowing them to build a verifiable transaction history that can then be used to access loans and credit to grow their enterprise. Financial inclusion is perhaps the most powerful social benefit here. Millions of Iraqis who are currently unbanked, who have no access to savings accounts or formal credit, will be able to participate in the economy through their smartphones. The digital dinar wallet will become a fundamental utility, as essential as a national ID card. This massive onboarding of citizens into the formal financial system creates a larger, more stable, and more dynamic domestic economy, which in turn creates a stronger foundation for the dinar's value. Furthermore, this digital leap has profound implications for Iraq's relationship with the US dollar and the international banking system. The dominance of the dollar in Iraqi transactions has long been a point of contention and a source of vulnerability. Now the critical question remains, how do we navigate this transition? What are the real-world steps, the potential pitfalls, and the ultimate destination for this digital shockwave? The rollout of a national digital currency is a marathon, not a sprint, and its success hinges on a meticulously orchestrated sequence of events. The first phase will undoubtedly focus on infrastructure. The central bank, in partnership with the major commercial banks and telecommunications providers, will need to build a robust, secure, and scalable digital platform. This is the digital equivalent of printing new money and building new bank vaults, but infinitely more complex. This system must be resilient against cyber attacks, user-friendly for a population with varying levels of tech literacy, and capable of handling millions of transactions simultaneously without crashing. We can expect to see pilot programs launched in specific cities or for specific use cases, like government salary payments. This allows the CBI to test the system under real-world conditions, identify weaknesses, and refine the technology before a nationwide launch. Parallel to this, a massive public education campaign will be essential. Trust is the currency of any currency, and for people to adopt the digital dinar, they must believe it is safe, reliable, and valuable. The central bank will need to demystify the technology, assure citizens that their digital savings are protected, and clearly explain the benefits over physical cash. The second major phase involves integration. The digital dinar cannot exist in a vacuum. It must be seamlessly woven into the fabric of daily economic life. This means convincing merchants, from large supermarket chains to small street vendors, to accept digital payments. It means developing QR code systems, point-of-sale software for smartphones, and ensuring that interoperability between different banks' digital wallets is flawless. The government will likely lead by example, mandating that all its payments, to employees to contractors for social welfare programs, be made in digital dinars. This creates an immediate, massive user base and injects the digital currency directly into the bloodstream of the economy. However, this path is not without its significant challenges and risks. The specter of state surveillance is a legitimate concern. A central bank with the ability to see every transaction is a powerful entity. Robust data privacy laws and ironclad legal frameworks must be established to prevent this tool from being misused for political repression or unwarranted intrusion into citizens' private lives. There is also the risk of a digital divide, where those without access to smartphones or reliable internet are left behind, further marginalizing vulnerable populations. The transition plan must include provisions for these citizens, ensuring that physical cash remains a viable, albeit gradually diminishing, option for a considerable time. The ultimate destination, if this is executed correctly, is a complete transformation of Iraq's economic identity. We are looking at a future where the Iraqi dinar is not just a piece of paper but a dynamic, programmable asset. It could be designed to have expiration dates for stimulus payments, ensuring the money is spent quickly to boost the economy. It could streamline international remittances, making it cheaper and faster for the Iraqi diaspora to send money home. This digital foundation could also pave the way for a more sophisticated and accessible stock market, bond market, and other financial instruments, deepening the country's capital markets. The digital shock, is the moment of realization for the entire world that Iraq is no longer an economy defined solely by its oil wealth, but by its financial innovation and resilience. The green light from the government is the starting gun, but the race itself will determine Iraq's place in the new global economic order. This is the single greatest opportunity in a generation to solidify the dinar's value, to lock in stability, and to build an economy that is transparent, inclusive, and poised for explosive growth. The journey has begun, and every single person with an interest in the future of Iraq, from the citizen on the street to the international investor, needs to pay close attention, because the decisions made and the steps taken in the coming months will echo for decades to come. The landscape is changing in real time, and to stay ahead, you need to be fully informed. That's exactly why you need to stay right here with us. If you found this deep dive into the digital dinar's implications valuable, then you cannot afford to miss what comes next. We are on the front lines of this story, and we will be breaking down every development, every announcement, and every market reaction as it happens. So take action right now. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because the next video we release could contain the update that changes everything for your understanding of this historic event. Don't be left in the dark. Be part of the community that sees the future first. Subscribe now.